Good afternoon, everyone. NOAA attempting to hide the pause in global warming. They're not responding to or giving up data requested by U.S. Congress subpoenas. Hiding the pause right now. Also trying to hide the heat spike that occurred in the 1930s naturally. Greenland and Siberia temperature data manipulated to show a gradual trend. 0.4 degree rise in temperature globally turns into a 1 degree rise. How does that happen? University of Huntsville, Alabama, raw data showing 0.2, yet NOAA shows over 1 degree rise magically. NASA manipulating data again and again, and we are not alone. Germany's doing it also. This massive ozone hole over Antarctica is there because colder than usual temperatures. Splashed across the media the last couple of weeks, NOAA attempts to hide the pause in global warming. The U.S. government requests data from NOAA explaining why they're showing warming when it's actually cooling. What are they hiding? Several scientists coming out now saying that global warming actually is a hoax. There's no significant atmospheric temperature changes in the last 18 plus years. The current temperature only shows a little less than 0.4 degree rise, and that's since 1880. And the chief climate researcher, incredibly, says that citing confidentiality concerns and integrity of the scientific process is the reason they're not giving the information. This is supposed to be public data. The article continues by issuing the subpoena. You've instigated a conflict. Hey, I thought this was science. We're supposed to debate it. We're supposed to look at new data, and we're supposed to come up with new conclusions. That's what science is. NOAA's only job is to show you a gradual warming trend based on CO2 correlations. Let's go back and look at the raw data. Left side is Greenland, showing the heat spike in the 1930s. Drop down below to the adjusted data and you'll see how NOAA manipulated it to show and reverse and remove that heat spike in the 30s. Siberia on the right side, the exact same thing has been done with the records that were adjusted downward. Global temperatures from 1880 to the year 2000 only showing a little more than 0.4 degree rise, yet when NOAA gets their little naughty hands on the data, it goes right up to 1 degree. University of Huntsville, Alabama, temperature anomalies. This is the raw data here. Just barely above 0.1 degree rise. Yet when NOAA gets their little hands on it, it turns into a 1 degree rise. Wood for trees. Jump over into these interactive graphs. You can enter your own data. You're going to get lost in here for hours. Let's take a look. RSS, GIS. How are they so different in the temperatures there? How is that possible? It's just supposed to be data. NASA, the dark twin to NOAA. Notice how the temperatures jumped from 2001 to 2015. Exact same data, yet it shows significant warming above the real data. Let's jump back 1982 to 2014 temperature comparison. Sea level changes. Again, they're trying to show, sea level's rising, but it's not. We're not alone in this. It's a global phenomenon. Germany, from EIKE. I want to thank one of my subscribers for sending me these charts here. The last 15 years showing a cooling trend in Germany at 0.1 degree below the long-term average, yet the same thing, the German media coming out along with the American media saying that it's warming, warming, warming. Yet the data actually shows something different. Antarctic ice sheet is growing according to NASA, which is a conflict of what they're showing in the temperature data. Look at the Arctic ice growing above any of those years that you see from 2005 until today. CSIRO out of Australia showing the exact same thing. Jumping over to Greenland, Top part of the chart, anomaly above the average ice concentration. Whoa, that's way above the average there. I thought Greenland was melting in and there'll be no more glaciers left and it'll raise the sea levels. Wait a second, look at all the new ice that's forming up there. This is the fact that they are hiding from you. Illinois maximum temperature stations decreasing. Tennessee, that's a warm spot in the southeast U.S., decreasing. Those are the days over 95 degrees. High and low temperatures. If it's really warming as much as NOAA and NASA claim, there should be no record lows right now, but look how many there are. That comprises over 35% of the actual total record set. High and low temperatures on the cold side in dailies, smooth averages, 2010, 2015, well above anything except for the 1980s and the 1960s. And I don't know how NASA and NOAA can possibly explain that it's the warmest year ever when right in front of you you're seeing the cold daily highs exceeding anything in the past 25 years. Case in point, the ozone hole over Antarctica expands to near record level. The increase was due to colder than usual temperatures. So you're seeing it all around you. Everywhere it's cooling, yet the mainstream media, NOAA and NASA tells you it's warming. But all the scientific data instruments are showing it's cooling. And if you're new to this entire subject of solar minimums and global cooling and temperature manipulation data, I want to draw your attention to the 97% consensus report broken down, explaining how they came to the 97% consensus. There was almost 12,000 abstracts, and the only ones that were considered were the ones that said human activity was the primary cause based on CO2, which drew that number down to below 4,000. And then out of that, the only ones that stated unequivocally that CO2 was the driver for climate change, that was the 97%. Almost 8,000 of those papers had no opinion and found no correlation to human activity. And this is where they got the 97% from. That was 33% of the 4,000 papers that were reduced down from the 12,000 papers. The IPCC, they just threw the ones away that said no CO2 man-made influence. That is not science. That is political agenda, pure and simple. Meteorologists say it's mostly natural. It's a natural cycle. It's based on Milankovitch cycles, Landscheid cycles, solar minimums. It just is a natural occurring cycle. And we see it again and again. These solar minimums come and there's some correlation with the temperature drops from cloud albedo, cosmic rays penetrating, creating lower cloud formation, reflecting sunlight. And I'm going to go out on a limb here, which I usually don't do. But the directors of NOAA, you have a duty to our society and to our species to give people a warning that by the winter of 2018 and 19, there is going to be significant cooling on this planet. And change our lives forever is literally 3 years away from now. The least you can do is tell the people to prepare themselves. And also it's a disservice. It's a slap in the face to the people around this planet. You've been subpoenaed by Congress to send over your data, raw data that taxpayers funded, that you hide behind paywalls. Hiding the fact that it's cooling. Your agency should be totally cleaned out from the inside. Everybody who's withholding data should be removed from their post, unequivocally. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video. The smoke and mirrors before your eyes is the distraction for some reason to keep us unprepared for the new cooling that is upon us. Remember to subscribe to my channel, Adapt 2030, and I will keep stories like these coming to you.